BTS is the official ambassador for the 2030 Busan World Expo. Just days after HYBE confirmed that BTS would be taking a backseat from group activities to focus on their solo careers, the 2030 Busan World Expo has announced that the group will be their official ambassadors. Busan Mayor Park Young-jun had requested for BTS to participate as a goodwill ambassador to actively promote the expo. He had sent the request on June 15, 2022. On June 17, 2022, news outlet Busan Ilbo reported that HYBE has accepted Park Young-jun's request. The expo is banking on BTS's influence and huge fan base to help draw in a crowd to the 2030 Busan World Expo. HYBE CEO, Park Ji-won, made a statement to Busan Ilbo to confirm the news. After we received the request from Busan's mayor, Park Young-jun, we briefed the artistes on the news and all members happily agreed to participate as a goodwill ambassador. He continued to explain the rationale behind the decision as well as what BTS would be doing as an ambassador. The company and artistes think that the World Expo is an event that brings a positive influence to the whole world, and we think that it is a meaningful event beyond the Olympics and World Cup. At the same time, we decided that it was an important event for the sake of the country and the city's society. Since we know that the World Expo will be conducted as a competition, we have agreed with all our artistes to put in effort to take the lead in spreading the word to the world through Korean software. Seeing as members Jungkook and Jimin were born in Busan, they would be even more effective as ambassadors. For our internal checks this time, we only talked about the conditions for participation. We will make a decision together with the artist on the best plan for what sort of activities will be carried out. Since we have Busan-born artistes, we also lightly talked that it would be effective to use words such as Jungkook's hometown, Busan. BTS will be joining actor Lee Jung-jae and AI celebrity Rosie as the ambassadors for the expo. World Expos, officially known as International Registered Exhibitions, are a global gathering of nations dedicated to finding solutions to pressing challenges of our time by offering a journey inside a universal theme through engaging and immersive activities. BTS's Suga teases solo tour and new music. We can expect exciting things from BTS's Suga coming soon. Recently, BTS celebrated their 9th anniversary with a Festa dinner party. During it, they announced that they would be taking a season to focus on releasing solo projects. While their statement was interpreted as meaning they would take a hiatus from group activities, HYBE, Jungkook, V, and RM reassured ARMYs that BTS still have plans as a group. Yet, each member has plans to release their own solo work too. So, in a new interview with Weverse magazine following the release of BTS's anthology album Proof, Suga briefly touched on his upcoming plans. Suga has already been doing a lot of work as a producer, even for other artists. So, he mainly talked about producing throughout the interview with Myungseok Kang. So, Myungseok Kang connected the conversation of producing to Suga's alter ego Auguste, the name under which he releases his solo mixtapes. He asked, would you say that your producer's perspective also has an effect on your solo efforts, like your Auguste releases? Suga explained that as Auguste, he views it as similar to BTS. He plans to promote, shoot a couple of music videos, etc. Suga seemed to indicate that he is currently thinking about all of these things currently as he plans to release his next mixtape soon. I think that, when I release an album as Auguste, that's a solo work with solo promotions, and I feel like I should use the same system that regular groups do when they are promoting and have a lead single and a B-side. I was thinking a lot recently that maybe I should shoot 2 music videos, one just there for the visuals, while the other is more focused on the listening experience. What should I do? I'm working hard on a follow-up to D2. He also revealed that he would be making music for as long as he lives. Suga is always exploring new styles, especially as Auguste, and he hopes never to stop. I tried songs in various styles on D2 too. I feel like I might not be able to become a master of one genre, but I can wear many hats. There's still so much I want to do. I have no feel for what kind of music I'm going to be making in my 30s, 40s or 50s, but I want to keep doing music until the day I die. I'm someone who can wear many different hats, so I think I started to worry less when I think about what kind of music I'll do after. To wrap up the interview, Kang asked, "So then, what is it you want to give to ARMY and everyone else who listens to your music, while making music for your whole life?" Suga answered, "I used to place a lot of importance on music, especially when I was young, but now I'm trying hard not to place too much meaning on it." Suga reflected on his personal journey with music. It's always played an important role in his life, but he used to hold it in such high regard. It's just the times we live in, for one thing, because at some point we became a generation for whom music is simply background music. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a natural progression, and anyway, I thought there's a difference between when a musician knows why they're doing music or not. While music is still very much Suga's life, he recognizes now that some people can simply be a fan just as he is with sports. It may not be one's driving force, but it can certainly improve living each day. Here's what I think: people who listen to my music, I mean, to a certain extent, I think being a fan of something is a must in life. You could be a fan of a person or a sport, whatever it's about. I think being a fan is important because it makes life fun. Like feeling excited for the NBA playoffs as soon as you open your eyes in the morning. Some people are going to be excited for the day my music comes out and for me to perform. Wonho misses the potential to explore his duality in Facade. It is probably a little too arch a comment to make that Wonho and the concept of duality go hand in hand. As Soulbeat's own Victoria notes, he has been known for his gentle, warm personality and sexy, ripped physique since the days of Monster X, and this tension has carried through into his work, straight from the start with the Love Synonym album series. He has a laser-pointed understanding of his brand as K-pop's fluffiest beefcake, and what a moniker to have, which does indeed encompass an overt sultriness as well as sweet sincerity at different moments. With all of this in mind, it is almost inevitable that the concept of the dual, or of multiple parts, would become the centerpiece of Wonho's work at some point. It seems that the moment has arrived with Facade, his latest 5-track mini-album. Wonho himself has acknowledged duality as the main theme of this album, and the concept of a facade immediately conjures up exciting ideas of disguise, inner and outer selves, pretense, and even trickery. It is not a new idea to the world of K-pop, perhaps because of just how much potential it carries, visually and musically. However, Facade is ultimately a disappointingly bland affair, taking a remarkably uncreative approach to such an intriguing subject. The main disappointment with this album comes from the unanswered question of exactly what the facade at play is here. What are the dual elements being explored, and how do they relate to each other? It is hard to find any response to this that strays anywhere outside the normal structures of K-pop album track listings. That is not to say that there isn't promise. The album is bookended by an intro and outro, the first subtitled 9 AM and the latter 9 PM. Both of these instrumental pieces feature rhythmic tinkling mimicking old clocks, with the former featuring a decidedly minor key and a dramatic choir for good measure. There is a feeling of descent, echoed in the album's artwork of Wonho falling horizontally through empty blue space. This is a notably subtle reference to entering a Wonderland-type world, free of explicit references to Alice or her friends, but still suggesting a transition from one world into another. The titling of these two pieces also implies that the album is meant to represent a day in some way, perhaps through its ups and downs, or maybe even in being a slice of life. There is certainly a sense of peace in the outro that was absent from the intro. The key is more major, the choir has gone home for the day, and swirling violins have taken their place. As their own moments, these two bookends make a lot of sense and seem to set up some dualities themselves, morning and evening, lighter and darker, major and minor. But in the actual songs of the album, these dualities largely fade into nothingness behind the far simpler dichotomy of sensual pop tracks vs sentimental ballads. It is a shame that the buck seems to stop here, as this particular set of opposites is one that is not only common in K-pop albums but almost expected. The title track of the album gives us the smirking, groove-tinged pop of Crazy that fits neatly into his formula. Adding growling electric guitar hooks to the calm but pulsating rhythm, much of the song's structure feels like almost cutting and pasting from tracks like Open Mind and Eye on You. Pausing the instrumental while Wonho sings the title of the song, before dropping the music back into accompany a fair simple structure, is certainly a signature, if not slightly overused by this point. With a title that evokes ideas of the unusual and unexpected, Crazy had the potential to be the song where Wonho could really experiment with his sound. There is a distorted deep voice rapping English lines as part of the chorus, but, whilst being a fun hook, is not in any way fresh or exciting. With songs like last year's Sticker from NCT 127, or February's Surprised Face by NMIX, we all know that K-pop can go as wild as it wants with structure or musical flourishes. But here, Wonho sticks completely to his formula. On the other side of the crazy coin is Close, a ballad sung entirely in English. It is soft and tender, utilizing the natural gentleness of Wonho's voice, with a nice falling echoed refrain of "Come close" and "I need." But again, there is no creativity here, nothing beyond a simple love song of yearning to be close to a partner who changed his life. With little musical flair outside of the promise of the album's introduction, and lyrics that contrast well, but explore so little, Facade fails in living up to the potential of its title. Kang Daniel appears on NBC's The Kelly Clarkson Show. The talented soloist Kang Daniel plans to set fire to the stage with his upcoming guest on the popular American program, Kelly Clarkson Show. The talk show Happy delivered the news to DANITYs on June 11 via their official social media accounts. They said the artist will show his performance at the June 16 broadcast. It will also feature model Hailey Bieber and Brazilian singer Anitta. Shortly after, Connect Entertainment uploaded a colorful and funny poster confirming Kang Daniel's appearance on the show. Kang Daniel plans to deliver happiness to fans and show off his amazing stage charisma and stage presence in his performance. At the time of writing, there is no news on which number he will present in his upcoming guest appearance. Viewers, however, can expect it to come from his latest album. He recently made a comeback on May 24 with his first full-length album The Story. With the title track Upside Down in the lead, the album received massive love and praise from global K-pop fans. Kang Daniel's latest offering, which revolves around his personal experiences as an artist, acts as the balm to soothe yourself in the wake of exposing yourself. It consists of a total of 10 tracks, all of which show the artist's impressive vocal and rap abilities. Make it more exciting, Kang Daniel's upcoming performance on Kelly Clarkson Show will mark his debut on American television. Kelly Clarkson Show is a daytime variety show airing on NBC in the United States. The program's goal, hosted by singer Kelly Clarkson, is to bring comfort and entertainment to global viewers through various segments. In addition, it offers guests from different walks of life who share stories and inspirational words that viewers can find useful and relatable. Music performances from the host himself as well as from other talented artists complete the show. All in all, the program delivers happiness through surprise corners, humor, and heartwarming stories. Among the popular personalities who have already appeared in the show are John Legend, Selena Gomez, and Dua Lipa.